Alright, you lot, how's it going? Right, I thought what we could do is have a look. This box is what that Firestorm came in. Remember that Firestorm I got a few days, well yesterday for me, but probably a few days ago for you. And all these bits and bobs come along with it. So I thought we'd have a look at some of these bits and bobs. Got a battery that come with it. Got this exhaust. I still don't know what this exhaust is for. It could be for anything. It could be for the Firestorm for all I know. It's a bit of a funky one. Perhaps it's a rear exit exhaust. Don't know. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. There's no... That gasket's brand new. There's no residue of any nitro burned off inside there or anything like that. It could have been cleaned, but... what I want to have a look at is there's 1, 2, 3... There's 4 servos in here. Look... I don't know what they are. 4 servos there, 1 servo here, and the original Firestorm pull start. That's going with the Firestorm. The Firestorm's been sold. I've sold it to a very good subscriber. So that he wants to buy the pull start as well. I've also got somewhere. Oh, there's another one. Look, old HPI trophy pull start. That's an old pull start, that one there, that came with it. Where's the other servo? Let's have a look. Where's the other servo? There it is, a Futaba servo. I want to see if this is any good, because this potentially could be a really good servo if it works. Anything else electrical that I want to test? We're going to go for the electrical stuff today. We might do the other stuff another day. We've got a load of switches, but they all look brand new, so I'm not going to test them. This battery, we'll get it out. I'm 90% sure it's had it, but we'll get it out anyway. Another battery there, that's probably had it as well. I don't think we're going to be able to charge it. Yeah. Right, no more. Well, that's like a fail safe or whatever. Oh, that is one-way bearing. That'll come in handy. There's a few chargers, bits and bobs, but let's test. Actually, there's a glow starter in here. Where's it gone? There's a glow starter in here, and it's got a battery in it, so we'll see if that's any good. So what we've got the exhaust there. I don't know what that's all about. Get rid of it. So what we've got, electrical wise, and I've got these other 2 servos here that didn't come with it, but they're bits and bobs. I want to test them as well. So we're going to have a bit of an electrical video. We're going to have an electrically testing video. We've got a battery here, which is fully charged, a servo tester, which isn't fully charged because you can't charge it. It's got no battery in it. You have to put that on it. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. Does this glow plug even work? I've got a glow plug here, but I don't know if it works. So just bear with me a minute. Let's get a glow starter that I know works. Right, that glow plug doesn't work, so that can go in the bin. Let's find a glow plug that I know works. We can test this glow starter, can't we? Number 8. Yeah, go. That glow plug works. So let's see if this glow starter it's got a battery in it. Let's see if it's got any electric with it. Well, I think the battery's flat, to be honest, and somebody's forced those out way too far. I reckon, to be honest, that's no good. That's going to go in the bin. I don't think that's any good. Someone's forced those out, so they're no good. That's just rubbish. Right, that's going in the bin. See you later. Right, we can put that glow plug back in the glow plug drawer. Next we have, let's test, well let's have a look at the batteries. This battery here I'm not even going to bother with. The wires come off, the sad wires off of there. The heavy one's just about hanging on by the skin of its teeth, and to be honest I don't reckon there's going to be any electric in there whatsoever. Let's just grab the closest multimeter, which is to me, and see if there's any electric on there. Negative, positive. 0.78 volts. You can't even see it. Let's put that there. Look. There we go. Now you can see, can't you? There we go. You can see now. positive on there, negative on there. Oh no, we've got a bit of voltage now. We have 2 volts. There's 2 volts on there. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I don't think this... I could try and solder cable or whatever on there. This is the one that was in the Firestorm. It was actually in it. It was connected. And when I flicked the switch, the little light popped on and then went off again straight away. So there is a little bit of electric still in it, this one. But whether it's going to... Well, I'm not holding out much hope of whether it will charge. I don't think it's going to charge whatsoever, to be honest with you. Let's try to put that one on there, and then we stick that one in the end of there. We've got 1.2 volts. Oh, they're millivolts as well. Millivolts, man. Let's see if I can. Might be easier if I do it like that. There we go. Right. We've got 4.2 volts. 4.25 volts. So that might come back to life. But we have got a bit of an issue here. Whether you can see that, I don't know. But at the top there, a bit of fur. There's a bit of furage going on. So I don't think that's really going to be any good. But you lot know me. Let's stick it on charge. And we'll see what's going to happen to it. It'll either blow up, it will charge, or it won't charge. Somewhere I've got, I don't think it's already out. There it is. That's the right one for charging that battery. I'll put that one back in there. I don't think I'm going to need that one. Let's put it on charge and we'll see if it's actually going to hold any charge. I'm not expecting it to, I can tell you that now. I can tell you that now. I'm not expecting it to hold a single dicky bird. Not even half a dicky bird. But it might. It might, you never know. A bit of a tangle here. My apologies, you lot, my apologies. Right. So that one goes in there, that one goes in there, that switch gets turned on, that goes that way around. Right, what is it? It's a nickel metal hydrate, 6 volt, 1500. Right, okay. Right, no, not PB, not CD. 1500. Charge. Right, that is now on charge, that battery. So we'll see what it's going to do. Now let's have a look at this other battery. This is a battery, this was just stuck on top of the buggy when I opened the box. It was just sitting there, bit of corrosion on the end of the plug there. I don't know what it is, it's a Ripmax. It's a Ripmax Futaba. It's a Ripmax Futaba. Bit of both there, bit of a mixed match. 4.8 volts, 1200 milliamp hour. Oh, it's a NiCad. Oh, that'll be no good. That'll be no good whatsoever. Let's get the old tester out. We'll get the sad and happy. 3.2 volts we've got on there, and it's a 4.8 volt battery. So it might come round. 3.2 volts are on there and it's a 4.8 volt battery. That might come round, you know. You never know. You never know. Anyway, I might see if I can get that little bit of corrosion at the end of that plug there, and we'll see if this will come round. I don't think it will. NiCads, they had a bad reputation back in the day. That's why we moved away from them. They had a bad reputation because what happens is they have a bit of a memory. Not really. I mean, it was controversial. Some people said it had a memory. Some people said they didn't have a memory. In my experience, they did, because what would happen would be, if you let it run down to a certain point, like say halfway, and you were like, I'm going to go out and use the car today, so I want to make sure the battery's charged up. So you just stick it on charge from it being on half. You stick it on charge, charge it up. If you do that a few times, what would happen would be it wouldn't last the full length of what it's supposed to anymore, because it'll only go down to where, you know, halfway, wherever you started charging it from, and it'd be as if half is actually empty. So it'd go down to half of its capacity, and then it would just drop off. You know, you wouldn't get your full capacity out of it. And that's what they call a memory effect. And as I say, it's controversial. Some people say, no, they didn't have a memory. And some people say they did. In my experience, that's what would happen with NiCad batteries. If you charged them up before they were flat, they would never, ever hold a charge. Not a full charge, anyway. Telephone is ringing. Oh, that was my dad. He's got me a nice gas bottle with a blowtorch on the end of it, because my one exploded. So he's going to manage to find me another one. Anyway, let's have a look at this battery. This one is also a NiCad, NiCad. Doesn't say the it's probably been ripped off. Doesn't say what capacity it is or anything like that. It's probably going to be completely flat. I'll get a tester on this one as well. I might be able to get the old tester on there. That one on there. That one on there. This has got, can you see? You can probably just about see. It's got 0. In fact, it's got minus. It's got minus 9.1 millivolts. So that's had it. That one has gone in the bin. See you later, alligator. Right. Now let's have a look at some of these servos. We've got this servo here. I've got a Futaba. The Futaba one is the one that I'm most interested in, because it's potentially the best one out of all the ones I've got here. This one should have, it's heavy duty, according to the sticker, heavy duty, and it should have metal gears inside it. So, you know, I don't know how old it is. It's probably quite an old one. They probably make better ones these days, but providing it's alright, you know, we should have a decent servo here. Negative. 6 volts. Where's the negative got to go? Negative has got to go there. Right, here we go. So, a bit of zoomage. Want a bit of zoomage? I'll give it a bit of zoomage. There we go. Right, stick the servo there. It works. What have I got to put on the end of it so I can show you? I thought I had a servo horn just laying around, a red one, but I don't know where it's gone. I probably chucked it in a drawer or something somewhere, but it works. I'm holding it as tight as I can hold it. I need a horn on there really to see if it's, you know, to hold it, try and stop it to see if it's going to slip or make any weird noises, but it works alright. I don't know whether it's a high voltage servo. I don't know how you find out if it's a high voltage servo, other than to look up that model number and it will tell me. I would say that the servo's alright. Yeah, I'd say that servo's alright. So we've got one Futaba servo, which I'm putting in the good pile. Next, we've got a HPI servo. Not particularly interested in this HPI servo. Plastic internals, plastic gears. Not really interested in it, but if it works, I can sell it. That works. So we've got one HPI servo, and it works, which is good. Put that in the good section. Now these two, these are the ones that came off of my S-Works buggy. They're not high voltage servos, and I put high voltage into them. I put 8.4 volts into them, and they went a bit funny. They work though. They're a bit, I don't know if you can see that. Bit what's the word? Shaky sort of thing. So they work. Probably not any good for something, you know. Yeah, I'll put them in the maybe section. Put that one in the maybe section. I think putting that high voltage into them did kill it slightly, but this one's smoother. Yeah, that one's better. They vibrate a lot. So they're alright. We'll put them in the alright section. So then we've got that one, and that one. We've got 3 different servos here. This one's got a throttle and brake system connected to it, and that one hasn't. This one's got a horn on it, and it's stuck with a screw. So this one is a Super Torque. A Super Torque high-tech HS625 MG servo. Yeah, that's got torque. It's definitely got torque. Blimey, that has got torque. Oh, it works. Makes a weird noise, but it works. So that works. What's this one? This is a S1903 of unknown brand, made in Taiwan. So it might be a Servos. That's Servos' colours, but it doesn't actually say Servos on it, so I don't know. Definitely plastic gears. A little bit shaky. Works alright though. Put that in the working section. Now we've got this one, which is attached to some stuff. That's it. That one seems to work alright. Put a little bit of pressure on it. Yeah, that works well. Ain't got a lot of torque to it, but it'd be alright for a throttle servo or something like that. So, we've got all these servos here. I think I'm going to sell all of these. These are all going to go in the sell pile. And this Futaba one, I'm going to keep for myself as a backup. I'll probably keep it as a backup for a Savage or something like that. Alright, I've forgotten what I was saying now. There's someone at the door. But, so I want to keep wherever it's gone. Where's it gone? There's the Futaba. I'll keep that. Maybe as like a backup. Like for a Savage or just a backup servo. It's a decent brand, Futaba, you know, and it works well. So I'm gonna, and it's got metal. It's supposed to have metal internals. It says here metal insides, and I probably could look that up and find out for sure, or just rely on you lot to tell me because you'll know anyway. These ones I'm going to sell. Now this battery, the charger says it's fully charged after 3 minutes, so that's not a good sign. I'm suspecting that at least that one cell there. That's had it really. I mean, it's never going to charge up. It's never going to charge up, and never going to be any good. But you know me, I like to play around. and see what we can do. So let's get the old volt meter, stick that there, that one on the happy, and we've got 6.94 volts, 6.93. It's not going down particularly quick either, is it? It's staying at 6.93. Interesting. I was expecting that to fall quite quickly, but it's not. It's staying at 6.93. What it'd be like under a load, though, is a different story. What we could do to test the load, is we could plug it into the servo tester and stick a servo on it and just have it going on the servo for a while. Look, 6.92, so it is going down just very slowly. Just for a bit of fun. I'm not expecting this battery to be any good, by the way. Some of you are probably going to comment, that battery's had it, don't bother wasting your time. But I like wasting my time, that's what I do best. I waste time, that's what I do, it's my thing. So we put that on there, that way round. Right. Powers that up, and let's stick that servo. It's that way, isn't it? Now you see, it hasn't got enough power to turn the servo. Hasn't got enough power to turn the servo, see? So although it is holding the voltage, this is what I was trying to say to you lot the other day. Although it is holding the voltage, it hasn't got enough actual capacity. There's no oomph in it, do you know what I mean? There's no no grunt to actually do anything. You can hear it's clicking, listen. So, that's what I was trying to say to you lot the other day. I don't know whether anybody actually listened to what I was trying to say. But I was saying that just because a battery has voltage in it, I mean, you could probably test this one now and it's probably still going to be reading. I mean, let's use a different tester. Let's use this one. It's probably still going to be reading the correct voltage. See, look. Type 99. Where are you? Sorry, I can't see the screen's at it on the camera. 99%. Yeah, it's still full up. 6.84 volts is on this battery, and that's that one. I don't know where you are. There you are. That's that battery. So it's still full up, but just because a battery's got the voltage in there doesn't mean it's got the amperage. It doesn't mean it's got the oomph in it. So, you know, people always, they have a look at a battery, they look at the voltage and say, yeah, that's all right, that's a good battery, it's charged. That doesn't mean a thing. And it's the same with car batteries. You know, some people, they look at car battery, they test it, oh, it's got 13 volts in it, it's got 12.9 volts in it, that's good. You know, if it's got 10 volts, it's no good. If it's got any more, if it's got 12 or more, that's a good battery. It might be, but it's got no, like, it's got no capacity to it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just not got the oomph. So that's why when you put it on your car and you go, huh, why isn't it starting? Test it. Oh, it's got 13 volts in it. Why isn't it working? It must be the starter motor. No, it's just not any good. One of the cells has probably had it. You know, there's no oomph in there, but you can't get through to everyone. You know, people have to do things themselves and learn it themselves. And sometimes you try and tell someone something and they just throw it to the side and they don't listen, because that's the way people learn, by doing stuff. Anyway, you lot, I'm out of here for this one. If you do want to test your servos, you don't need one of these. I mean, you can buy these. There's loads of different companies that make these. I don't know where I got this one from. I've had it for ages and ages now. It looks quite new because I look after it. I just put it up on the shelf here. I don't ever take it anywhere. But you can get these from loads of different companies, or just have a look on probably Amazon and eBay and wherever else. They'd probably get them from there. Simple servo tester. You can get expensive ones and cheap ones. This is one of the cheap ones. It does the job. It just tells you whether the servo actually works or not. And you can do more than one. You can do 3 servos at once if you want to. You've got 3 different plugs here, so you can do 3 servos in one go and just one battery connection there. But you don't need a servo tester to test servos. All you got to do is you either can plug it into a car and just see if the servos work on the car by using the receiver and the transmitter, or if you've got you just need to plug a battery into a receiver on a bench, and then plug the servo into the receiver on the bench and use a transmitter. So you've got it all in one. All this is really is mimicking a receiver and a transmitter in one. That's pretty much all it's doing. So you could have a receiver, a transmitter, you plug the battery into the receiver, the servo into the receiver, and you just do that, and you know if the servo works. So you don't need a servo tester. It's just one of those nice things that if you can get one, because they come in handy, make things easier. So I'll see you lot on the next one. All the best. I've got a lot more stuff to go through in that box and sort out and see what's in there, bits and bobs and spare parts and whatnot else. So I'll see you on the next one. Treat everyone equally, love life, and cheerio.